Hey, RetconRaider here. Before we get started, I'd just like to thank the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible. With special thanks to Revenant, Anerdinwarpaint, Antonio Hernandez, Matthew Holmquist, Nathan Welch Jr., and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started.
We're safe.
We still have to go back to Caer Kiflin.
The road isn't far.
I suppose we'll meet again in Caer Kiflin. Are you good to return by yourselves?
Aye.
Of course.
And welcome back to Solasta, as we wrap up our first adventure and head back to civilization. To let them know that the keep has fallen, the majority of the garrison was slain, and we lost half the survivors. To shape-shifting lizard men, who conveniently leave no trace of their existence. You know what? In retrospect, this might actually be kind of a hard sell. Well, I guess that's something for future retcon to worry about. For now, we just need to worry about getting back to Caer Kiflin in the first place, which is easier said than done. We'll go ahead and take our time here. We're not on the clock, so we might as well eke out a few extra encounters and ingredients. I believe we consume 4 units of food per day, so we are holding pretty even here. Huh, I really thought we'd get an encounter. Alright, I guess we are back. Meet with Karen. And I already miss having a 6-man party. Let's have a quick chat with Annie.
Hello, Annie.
You're back. How did it go?
Well, Captain Henrik is dead. I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, who's in charge then?
You might have to wait before going to Caer Kiflin, I'm afraid.
I see. Well, not your fault. Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome.
+8 rep. I'm not actually sure what the benefit of that is.
Well, thank you. I guess that's it for us?
Stay in the light, my friends.
With most factions, better rep means better gear. But the scavengers don't offer gear. Better percentage on salvage, maybe.
Oh, here you are. How was the mission?
Not paid enough.
Who is?
When can we hope for an audience?
It depends. Tomorrow, if you're lucky. Another party came back yesterday, and they still have to make their report. So maybe they'll see you both at once.
Listen, we can't wait around here. What we've got is big. The outpost at Caer Kiflin has been attacked. Almost all of the garrison was killed.
By all the gods! Meet me in the council chamber. I'll inform my superiors.
The Legacy Council is now in session. Captain Merrin has the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, Your Royal Highness, my party and I have made a very worrying discovery in the Badlands, near the place we call Black Hill. We saw a group that we took to be scavengers. They attacked us right away, but we were able to fight them off. They were trying to get away with this.
What is it?
This box contains a gem. A ruby, it appears. We have determined that it has magical properties, and we believe the Council should examine it.
So we will, Captain. But really, is that all? You called an emergency meeting of the Council for a simple magical gem? Her Royal Highness has a busy schedule.
Please, Lord Denantar. In this chamber, I'm just a student of magic.
Here. Anyway, Captain, the Council has a great deal of business.
They were Soraks, our attackers. Not scavengers, not bandits. Soraks.
Soraks?
Is this a joke?
The Sorak are no laughing matter, Lord Facek.
Oh, you know what I mean.
What do you mean, my lord?
How many times has the Council heard tales of these so-called Soraks?
At least 20, I'd say.
More. 23.
Yes, more each year. It's becoming a fad. I'm sorry, Captain, but you are certain that you encountered Soraks?
It's true. They're real.
What? And who might you be?
Some new recruits, my lord. They were sworn in quite recently.
New recruits, eh? They place too much stock in rumor, it seems.
They assure me that they saw Soraks as well.
Wait, do you realize how serious this is?
Oh, we actually get to make a decision. Okay.
The Soraks are real. We saw them. We fought them.
Fought them, you say? You too, Merrin?
Yes, sir. Reptilians. Fast, strong.
They can climb on the wall just like spiders.
Do you have any material proof of their existence?
I beg your pardon?
Like what?
Well, a dead body, for example? Or even just a head?
If we go to Kerlem, will we find the bodies of these Soraks?
Probably not.
They took their dead with them when they retreated.
The bodies of their victims, too.
How very convenient. So you can offer us no proof of this adventurer's fable.
And what if proof were to be brought before the Council?
What proof? How? If the Soraks take away their fallen, as they say, that's not our problem. Let them find a way.
These are new recruits, correct? Then let this be their new mission. Bring us the head of a Sorak for the whole council to see.
That would certainly be proof, Lord Facek, would it not?
Oh, very well. Meanwhile, the council will examine the gem. If there is nothing else...
Dean Ayala Facek of the Tower of Knowledge calls for a recess. Does any member object? No? It is resolved then. The Legacy Council is now in recess.
Gotta say, the Legacy Council does not exactly impress.
That actually went better than I expected.
Who's the grumpy dwarf woman?
Chancellor Hertha Gormsdotter of the Guild of Antiquarians. She's, well, yes, quite. Anyway, some people might want to talk to you after this. Working for the council, you are expected to be neutral. But you have the right to have friends. So, feel free to talk to whoever you like, as long as your allegiance remains to the council as a whole.
All right, then.
Hey, deputies. Thanks for the support in there.
You're welcome, Captain.
So those bastards got Henrik. Shame.
You knew him?
Yes, indeed. I wonder who'll volunteer to retake Kerlem now.
The scavengers could lead the way.
Yes, they'll find a bunch of hotheads to retake the fort, I'm sure. Stay in the light, friends.
You too.
I like how the council just straight up refuses to believe reports from their own deputies. Including from Captain Merrin, who I thought was supposed to be their #1 operative. I also like the fact that it has to remind us here that Yeah, we killed Drakiith. Though, to be fair, I don't think you can actually save more than 2 of the survivors. I think your actions just determine which ones come back with you. Now, I believe we've got about a dozen NPCs we need to talk to. Mostly faction reps that we have to introduce ourselves to, but we're going to try to gloss through most of that. The reputation system is functional, but because this is just a very small fraction of the main campaign, you can't really take full advantage of it just yet. I think we'll just focus on the quest-related NPCs, do a little trading in the marketplace, and then maybe introduce ourselves to 1 or 2 faction reps. First things first, we'll grab some free crafting ingredients. I believe that restocks between every mission. And now we will have a chat with Beryl.
Well, if it isn't our brave saviors.
Salutations, Lieutenant.
I'm no longer Lieutenant. I resigned my commission. I work for my people now.
The Snow Alliance?
I will never step foot in the Badlands again.
Yes, well, you clearly weren't cut out for that posting.
I've made my peace. But you aren't here to check on my welfare, are you?
No, we seek information. Before the attack, where exactly did your scout venture?
You mean Drakiith?
Right, Drakiith. Where did he go before the Soraks attacked?
As far as I know, there's not a name for this place or road that leads there. But I can show you on a map. It's near the ruins of an ancient tower.
You have our gratitude, Lady Stonebeard.
What are you thanking me for? Sending you to your death?
She's nice. I'm sure she'll do great.
Clear skies, my friends.
Huh, okay. I guess we have not actually gained enough reputation to be worth their time yet. That actually makes this a lot simpler. Well, I guess we'll just go have a chat with Robar and Annie Bagmorton. I think that might actually be it.
Well, look who it is. I see you survived the council.
We did indeed.
Oh, looking for Soraks, are we?
Possibly.
You people are crazy.
This time we'll take them by surprise.
Right. Good luck with that.
Farewell, Robar.
What a strange conversation. I imagine it would have seemed slightly more natural if we had talked to him first. Yeah, that's what I thought. That is interesting, though. They've got them set up to essentially act as redundant information sources to make sure the player finds out where to go next. I wonder if it is possible to lose all but one of them. They don't actually become plot critical until you enter that dungeon. Looks like we can also make additional attempts to crack open that chest. But only one attempt per visit. Slightly awkward, but we'll get it eventually.
Hello, Annie.
We wanted to talk about Kerlem.
I'm all ears.
No one's there anymore.
Ah, you want to claim the place.
How does it work again?
We go there and scavenge everything you didn't take. Then you get a percentage.
We can't promise you safe.
It never is. Once we get there, we'll set up an outpost of our own. I'll check with the council first, but thanks anyway.
What do we do next?
Once we've done our work, I'll let you know. You'll just have to come by and collect your share.
Ah, okay. Now, I am fairly certain that we actually completely cleared that place out, so there's not going to be much for them to find. But it certainly can't hurt to try. Oh, and look at that. You can also send them after random encounter locations. That is good to know. They didn't actually have the scavenger mechanic enabled in the build I previously tested, so this is my first time actually messing with it. Tutorial: Scavenger System. When you have cleaned a location from its monsters, go to any scavenger outpost to report your deeds. They will send their people to collect the minor loot left and sell it. Each time you visit a scavenger's HQ, you can claim the money they owe you. They take about 20% of the total value of what they brought back. You also have a chance to buy back some of the collected stuff before. You don't have to talk to the scavenger quartermaster to use the system. You can click on a sign just nearby. That actually sounds pretty handy. I will admit I was slightly concerned about loot you might miss during your exploration, but it sounds like this gives you another chance to still acquire it. You were still filling your diapers when I killed my first ghoul. Well, I was going to talk to you about Sorak, but that's cool. Alright, folks, I think we're pretty much done here. Let's hit the pause button real quick. I will take care of our off-screen inventory management, and then we will pick things up once we're back out on the road. We'll be right back. And we are back. We've got a new location marked on our map and a vague idea of what to expect once we actually get there. So I guess we will start heading that way. And we picked up about 100 gold worth of crafting ingredients. Enough to put together 3 scrolls of mage armor. So we should have a whole stack of those ready to go by the time we actually reach our destination. Once again, we will take this slow. See if we can eke out some extra ingredients and experience points. I think we're actually really close to level 3, so with any luck, we'll level up before we actually get there. Oh, shoot, okay. We are not off to a great start. It appears we have been ambushed by a group of 5 bandits. Let's see how this goes. Oh, okay. That's actually not that bad. We are surprised, but our initiative rolls are high enough that we'll still get the first strike. Slightly odd, but I have seen far worse pathfinding in other modern games. Alright, let's clear some space.
You have them now.
Not bad.
death claims you!
Not too shabby.
Yeah! Yeah!
You okay?
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Nobody has your skills. Bravo!
So how'd that work out for you?
Yeah! Once more, we prevail.
We could go for a sleep spell, but I think that would just be delaying the inevitable.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, I think we've got this. Very nice. No level up just yet, but that should put us pretty close. Less loot than I would have expected. There we go. Yeah, they're going to want to fine-tune that proximity loot a bit. We were literally standing on top of that. I've never actually seen this encounter map before. Alright, let's go ahead and redistribute our loot. We are actually just outside of Caer Kiflin, but unfortunately in the current build, I don't think you can actually interrupt your navigation path. So we are stuck carting this stuff out all the way to our destination. Where is our exit? There we go. Yeah, unfortunately there's no actual way for us to change our current path. What I should have done was set our initial target for Caer Lem. Then we would have had the option to turn around once we got there. Well, that is fine. This is just an early access build. We'll get another scroll started and continue on our way. Wow. We're actually putting these things together a lot faster than I thought we would. And I believe that is the last of our abyss moss, so no more crafting for now. Oh, Badland spiders. But Yvreth saw them coming. Which does make sense. Beasts are her favorite enemy. Let's do this. Okay, so they definitely have us on initiative, but we've got surprise, so we'll spend this round setting up. I want to say most of these things will have to dash to reach us. So we'll just focus on burning down the closest one. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape here. I've got to keep reminding myself that Henrik does not have dark vision. Nice hit.
Death claims you!
Good!
Unfortunately, we do not have line of sight to that last one. So we will just hold. Yeah, we'll just wait for it to come to us.
I'll get you yet.
And that will do it. Oh, in more ways than one. Looks like we just hit level 3. Alright, let's see if we also netted some scarn powder. I'd like to get started on crafting up some poisons. Disappointing. Spider venom gland. That's new. I believe most venomous enemies previously just dropped Scarn powder. But now they seem to have added a bunch of new poison-based items. Which, unfortunately, we cannot actually use, because that requires what I am assuming are new poison recipes that we do not have. Did we? No, I don't think we actually fired any arrows. So where did this thing come from? It's just like a random arrow stuck in one of those spiders. You know what? This might actually be a +1 arrow. A random loot drop. I guess we'll go ahead and scan it. Nope, just a random arrow. Okay, then. Well, let's take care of those level ups, shall we? Thankfully, I do have a good idea of what we're doing here. Okay, let's jam through this real quick. Level ups in 5th edition are pretty straightforward, so this should just take a moment. Yvreth gets her first Ranger archetype, as well as an extra spell and Primeval Awareness. I'm not actually sure how that applies in-game, but I guess we'll find out. Stat points at 4, and extra attack at 5. Okay. Alright, now, Yvreth has made a special request for a specific archetype, but our other options are Hunter, which grants a significant bonus against a specific type of enemy, or Marksman, which now grants proficiency with herbalism or poisoner's kits. I'm not sure that was actually there in the previous build. Interesting. Though the main draw for Marksman is obviously Reaction Shot, which, as it sounds, allows her to burn her reaction for range attacks. Pretty straightforward. I will admit, that would probably be my go-to if we were running a more conventional Ranger build, but Yvreth is more of an in-your-face Axeman. So, with that in mind, we are instead going for Shadow Tamer. That grants advantage on dexterity savings throws in low light conditions, as well as Dark Slayer, which grants additional bonuses against enemies who are sensitive to light. I believe that covers deep spiders, Soraks, and vampires, all of which are present in the current game. One thing I'm actually not sure about is if archetypes also offer additional bonuses at later levels. I'll have to look into that, though I do believe the current build caps at about level 6. Yvreth gets a new spell, and while I am tempted to go with Hunter's Mark, it's honestly a bit too fiddly for my liking. The bonus damage is nice, but trying to maintain that concentration is a bit of a pain. So I think we'll just play it safe and grab Longstrider instead. Yeah. I'd rather keep her focused on mobility spells. Next we've got Henrik, who gets new spells and new slots. Now, we definitely want Aid and Prayer of Healing, which means we'll have to drop one of his first level spells. Okay, I think we'll drop Guiding Bolt. I will say it's a toss-up between that and Bless. And between the two, I feel like Bless has slightly more versatility. Istvan pulls new spells and new slots as well. Let's go revise his loadout. Right off the bat, I will note we have a Scroll of Acid Arrow, so with any luck, we should be able to just scribe that. I guess it really comes down to what other 2 second-level spells we want to add to his roster. I think we're going to go for a mix of offense and utility here. We'll grab Misty Step, which is both defensive and mobility. And then we'll pick up Scorching Ray as well. That one falls under the War category, so he gains a +1 level bonus when casting it. We obviously want both of those level 2 slotted. And at this point, I think we can do without Mage Armor, as long as we continue crafting additional scrolls. And, I'm not seeing a lot of opportunities to use Thunderwave, so we'll keep Sleep slotted for now. It is based on hit point thresholds, though, so as we start running into tougher enemies, we might have to start considering phasing it out. And then we've got Sir, who, just like Yvreth, also gains his first archetype. Once again, I already know which one we're going for, but our other options are Thief, which grants fast hands, more item utility, and Second Story Work, which grants bonuses for climbing and jumping. Pretty handy. And then our other option is Shadowcaster. Pretty standard Arcane Thief archetype. Grants access to an assortment of spells, as well as Shadow Dodge, which is interesting. That's essentially a once per rest Thief version of Misty Step. I do actually find that very appealing, but we are going with Darkweaver, which grants proficiency with Poisoner's Kit, slightly redundant, but it also grants the ability to spider climb at will, very handy, and Predator, which grants additional bonuses against enemies on lower elevation. I want to say it also offers us access to new poison recipes, but I'm not actually seeing that mentioned here. They might have changed that. Regardless, the spider climbing and crossbow bonuses are still pretty solid. Onward, my friends. Onward to adventure. Oh, that's kind of interesting. We've arrived at our destination, but it takes a little extra time to find a way in. Excavation site. Intriguing. You know what? We're almost out of time, but let's push on a little farther. I'd like to at least secure our entrance. Armor up. Okay, just wanted to make sure it didn't consume the entire stack. Because it did try to do that when we were scribing scrolls into our spellbook.
What the hell did we just stumble into?
These aren't Soraks, they seem human.
What exactly are they doing?
What's it look like they're doing? They're digging something up.
Just another dusty pile of rubble from before the Cataclysm.
Who are these people? Scavengers? Hard to say. I see no tent or flag signifying their allegiance.
Well, there is one way to find out.
Perhaps we should sneak a little closer.
Or simply walk in and see how friendly they are.
You know what? I think we're going to take a slightly more cautious approach here. Given that we are, in fact, dealing with shape-shifting reptoids. Multiple containers. Two obvious access points, with one bringing us right into the front of their camp. Let's try the back way first. Oh, good, okay. I was a little worried our guys would just jump down. Ooh, scarn powder. Let's see if we can turn that into poison. You know, I almost bought blood daffodils when we were back in town. Oh well, that's fine. We'll put a pin in that for later. I noticed we also did not gain new recipes from Darkweaver, but I'm assuming we've got new recipe drops floating around here somewhere. Huh. I am not sure where to go from here. We've got this path off to the left, but I think that just leaves the map.
Did we not say silence?
All right, no talking then.
Kill them!
Looks like there won't be any parley.
Well, considering it has identified them as cult fanatics, I don't think we need to feel bad about this.
Fortune is fickle.
That sounds like an excuse.
That's the way.
That was a push attempt. Failed.
You cannot defeat me.
We'll go for the softer targets first. Clear the field a bit. Oh.
I am unbeatable.
All right, Henrik. Settle down. That buys us some room to maneuver.
You'll die like the rest.
Huh?
That's battle.
And down goes Henrik. Gotta say, that inflict wounds is unnerving. Though, thankfully, it is not actually landing.
Nice move.
Yeah.
Mildly inconvenient.
How did I miss?
Oh, third time's the charm, I guess.
A palpable hit. Well struck.
Best not tempt fate.
You like it?
Alright, I think that pretty much wraps it up.
Go on.
So what do you think?
They look like people to me. Unless they've been transmogrified and are in disguise.
What's that symbol there?
The tattoo?
Looks like an A.
They all have it. Guess they're all part of the same club.
Well, there's no reason to assume it signifies something sinister.
Do you think it has anything to do with the Soraks?
A could stand for Aravad. One of the many names of Sortar, the Sorak god.
Are you kidding me?
That's not good.
At least we know we're in the right place.
Should we see what they're doing here?
Yes, but we should also keep an eye out for any stray Soraks.
If a Sorak shows up, we need to cut off its head.
Alright, folks. Let's hit the pause button for now, and we will pick up here next time as we explore the ruins and see if we can figure out what these guys were up to. With any luck, we'll also find a Sorak to decapitate. For we are heroes. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Solasta, Crown of the Magister, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube and Twitch channels, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. As always, links are in the description.
That actually went better than I expected.